Hi, Isaiah. Welcome back to Lesson 2, Expected Classroom Behavior. Are you ready to learn how to work on improving your needs? Let's begin. But first, remember that there are two rules. The first is to make sure that you're listening and your eyes are on the screen and you're listening to what's happening in your lesson. Sometimes you'll be asked to think and then say or point to a selection. So be ready, especially when you see the symbol in the lower left corner, that it's time to make choices. All right, now you know the rules. Let's begin. Welcome back to your goal setting lessons. Remember, part 1 is set a goal, part 2 is make a plan, and part 3 is adjust the plan. Isaiah, say it with me. Part 1, set a goal. Part 2, make a plan. Part 3, adjust the plan. Isaiah, say it by yourself this time. Great job. Part 1 is set a goal, part 2 is make a plan, and part 3 is adjust the plan. For the next few days, you're going to be working on part 1, which is set a goal. When you're setting a goal, ask yourself the question, what is my goal? Isaiah, what question do you ask yourself when you're setting a goal? What is my goal? Say it with me. What is my goal? Isaiah, say it by yourself this time. Great job. So what question do you ask yourself when you're setting a goal? Is it A, what is my goal? Or B, what is my plan? Isaiah, get ready, make a selection. A, what is my goal? Or B, what is my plan? Did you say A, what is my goal? If you did, great job. If you said B, change your answer. Point to A and say it with me. What is my goal? This is the question that we ask ourselves when we are setting a goal. Remember the SDLMI probe that you take after every lesson? It asks you a series of questions, 15 questions. So now you'll be able to answer the first 5. The first question always asks you, what question do you ask yourself when you are setting a goal? And now you know the answer is B. What is my goal? What question do you ask yourself to set a goal? Isaiah, say it with me. What is my goal? Say it by yourself. What is my goal? Nice job. You already learned that a goal is something that you want to achieve or a target to meet. So some examples of goals at school might be, I should begin working immediately and continue working until the task is complete, or I will speak respectfully to adults and peers. One of these goals addresses your strengths and needs. We're going to talk about that today, so be ready. Let's review. What is a goal? Isaiah, read it with me. A goal is something you want to achieve or a target to meet. Isaiah, read it by yourself this time. Great job. A goal is something you want to achieve or a target to meet. So last time you identified 2 strengths or tasks or actions that you do well. This is what you said.
I listen to my teacher and raise my hand to answer.
You also said this. I am a good friend. I am a good friend. And you also said,
I listen to my teacher and raise my hand to answer.
I listen to my teacher and I raise my hand to answer. These are really good strengths and they make you a great student. Last time you also identified a task or action that you need to improve. This is what you said.
Start my work right away and stay on task until work is ready.
Start my work right away and stay on task until my work is finished. You're going to notice that this is going to come up a lot in your lessons. This is very important that you pay attention, and every time you see the symbol here of someone working very hard, I want you to think about how that is meaningful to your lessons and how you keep seeing this symbol and how you keep seeing this goal. So today you will learn how to improve your needs. Remember, once again, when we take that SDLMI probe or the quiz at the end after your lessons, you might see this question: what do you want to do to improve your behavior? And once again, remember that symbol that we always see: I should begin working immediately and continue working until the task is complete. Now you know your answer is A. Getting better or improving means doing better than you did the last time on certain tasks or actions. Here are some examples of things that you could improve on. For example, use respectful language, but you do. You are very respectful in the classroom. But once again, see that symbol, Isaiah? Make sure you're paying attention. That symbol comes up very often, and it goes along with begin working immediately and continue working until the task is complete. This is something that matched your need, remember? So next we'll compare your strengths to the classroom rules and expectations. Remember you said your strengths were, I am a good friend, and I listen to my teacher and raise my hand to answer. When you look at your classroom rules and expectations, these are posted in your classroom, and there are 11 rules altogether. So there are 5 rules for respect others and 6 for accept responsibility. Let's read them through quickly. Respect yourself and others. Talk only at appropriate times. Use appropriate language and tone. Keep hands, feet, and objects to yourself. Leave room and materials ready for the next class. Next, under accept responsibility, it's be on time, be prepared, listen to all instructions, complete assignments, be engaged and participate, and do your best. I have put a green square around what I think that your strengths match, and your teacher also thinks that your strengths are matching this. So see if you agree. To be a good friend and to listen to your teacher and raise your hand, you're definitely respecting yourself and others, using appropriate language and tone, keeping your hands, feet, and objects to yourself, and doing your best at class. Great job on your strengths. Next, let's compare your needs to the classroom rules and expectations. Remember, your need was start work right away, stay on task until work is finished. So once again, when you think about your rules and expectations, our needs are not quite matching those rules and expectations. Our behavior sometimes does not meet classroom rules and expectations, and that's okay. Nobody is perfect, and everybody has a lot of work to do. So this is where I'd like for you to focus in on, where there are red squares. Listen to all instructions, complete assignments, be engaged and participate. Now, Isaiah, remember when you're taking your SDLMI probe, when it asks, what do you know about your behavior now? Isaiah, remember, your behavior does not always meet classroom rules and expectations. So you may get in trouble sometimes, like the teacher calls you out or tells you to stop. Remember when you're taking your probe that your answer will be B for this question. What do you know about your behavior now? It's not always meeting classroom rules or expectations. So Isaiah, I hope you remember that when you're taking your probe. Okay, moving into function of behavior. This means what we do, why we do what we do, and it explains the motivation for our areas of need. According to my observations of your classroom and according to an interview with your teacher, we think that you might want to escape or avoid less preferred work demands. So that might be a reason why your classroom needs don't always meet the rules and expectations. But we can fix that. We can work on that. We can work to improve our needs and change our behavior by asking 2 questions. The first one is, do I need to change something that I do, or do I need to change something in my environment around me? Isaiah, read number 1 with me. Do I need to change something that I do? Isaiah, read number 2 with me. Do I need to change something in my environment around me? Thank you. Let's review. This time, to improve behavior, ask 2 questions. Number 1, Isaiah, read it with me. Do I need to change something that I do? Read it by yourself this time. Good job. Do I need to change something that I do? Or number 2, Isaiah, read it with me. Do I need to change something in my environment around me? Isaiah, say it by yourself this time. Do I need to change something in my environment around me? Great job. Let's look at these examples. So you might answer the question, do I need to change something that I do? Like this. To change my behavior, I will begin working immediately and continue working until the task is complete. Remember that symbol that keeps coming up throughout your lessons, and it keeps coming up in your SDLMI probe. I want you to make sure that you're focusing in on this symbol and on this goal. It's super important to really focus on the things that you can change as a student, because these are the things that you have the most control over. So really, really focus. Okay. Do I need to change something in my environment around me? Here's an example of that. To change something in my environment around me, I may need to raise my hand and ask for help if I get stuck, or find out what I should do next. So, next, I would like for you to identify 2 ways that you can improve your needs. Isaiah, please pick 2 things that you may need to improve or that you may need to change. Something that you do or something that you do to the environment around you. Isaiah, please make a selection now. Think of 2 ways that you can change. Point to the screen or read the answers. Isaiah, did you make a selection? So to change your behavior, maybe you'll begin working immediately and continue working until the task is complete. Some changes you may make in the environment around you. Isaiah, maybe you read, to change something in my environment around me, I may need to raise my hand and ask for help if I get stuck, or to find out what I should do next. Which one do you think makes the most sense? Isaiah, make your selection now. Pick one. Remember that symbol keeps coming up. This is a really good idea for you to work on. And it also goes back to your SDLMI probe. Remember, you'll see the question, what needs to change for you to improve your behavior? Now you know I should begin working immediately and continue working until the task is complete. Notice how everything in your SDLMI probe is matching what we're talking about in your lessons. You also know the answer to 1.5 now. What can you do to improve your behavior? You know your answer is there with that symbol that's so familiar. It keeps coming back. I should begin working immediately and continue working until the task is complete. So now make sure when you're taking that SDLMI probe, you're looking for what we've been discussing in your SDLMI lessons. Isaiah, please make sure that you're focused in and looking at the symbols and thinking very carefully about what we've been discussing in your lessons when you take your probe. Let's review. A goal is something you want to achieve or a target to meet. And remember, there it is again, that symbol, and it goes back to the goal, I should begin working immediately and continue working until the task is complete. I'm not trying to trick you. I really want to see you do really well. So make sure that you're focused and your thinking brain is turned on. Okay, finally, let's review from our lesson today. What can help us to improve our behavior? Setting a goal can help us to improve our behavior. Help me say that out loud together. Setting a goal can help us improve our behavior. Setting a goal can help us improve our behavior. Great job. So to improve your behavior, what may need to change? Something that I do or something that I do to the environment around me. Say it with me. To improve your behavior, change something that I do, point to myself, something in the environment around me. Say it by yourself this time. To improve behavior, I may need to change something that I do or something in the environment around me. Nice job on your lessons today. Let's go ahead and take the SDLMI probe next.